But you gotta go stand up.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
No, you gotta stand up.
This is from Nathaniel, and I'll be nice and loud. It's just a message from Nate. Uh, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well and having a great holiday break. I can't really explain how much I miss being home and being with my family. You all mean so much to me, and I can't wait to see all of you again. Let me just catch everyone up to speed as to what has happened in the past 6 months of my life for everyone that doesn't know the details. Starting on July 14th of 2008, I entered into the United States Marine Corps, and what I thought at one point was a nightmare when I got off the bus that night and walked onto those infamous yellow footprints for boot camp at Parris Island, South Carolina. I soon realized that I had no idea what I had gotten myself into. It was a huge shock to my body, both mentally and physically, beyond what I could ever imagine. There are 3 phases to boot camp, the first being the worst as far as being treated humanely and being mentally broken down. The second phase was all about learning marksmanship and to become proficient with an M16A2 service rifle, which I did. I won't go through the whole layout of how we were tested, but I will tell you that out of 10 shots at the 500-yard line, I hit 8 directly between the shoulders. Hoorah! The third phase was more combat-based and involved all of the final tests to become a Marine, which involved more sand than you could ever imagine in places you definitely don't want it. And the ultimate test is called the Crucible. That was 54 hours long, 46 miles of hiking. 20 of those miles were with an 80-pound pack, a total of 7 hours of sleep, 8 major events, which were about an hour and a half long apiece, and the Eagle Globe and Anchor ceremony, where we finally earned the title. You all are probably wondering what the drill instructors were like, and just to tell about them, and I'll just tell you about them in person, because that portion could make this email about 3 hours to read. Graduation day was definitely the best day of my life and the most rewarding. I finally got to see my family and very dedicated girlfriend again. I have to say that I appreciate everyone's letters of motivation and news updates because those letters kept me going every morning at 4 a.m. I am sorry if I didn't get to write some people, but let's just say there were 16 hours of work each day and hardly any free time. Let me just say that you really never realize how much you have until it is all taken from you and you can't do anything that you want to do unless what you wanted to do included getting destroyed and screamed at every single day. After boot camp was a long-awaited 10 days off, and at one point felt busier than boot camp. I realized that 10 days just wasn't long enough to get around to see everyone, but I tried my best and had a great time with everyone I did see. Next was Marine combat training at Camp Geiger, North Carolina, which I thought was going to be a little more relaxed and motivating. It was the exact opposite. There's only one thing worse than being treated like recruits, and that's being treated like a recruit after you have already earned the title of Marine. We had the 7 toughest combat instructors on the base and got destroyed almost every day. The only fun thing about MCT was throwing a live grenade, which was nothing like Hollywood. I felt a shock wave from one of these things like 300 yards away. We got 5 different machine guns, a rocket launcher, grenade launcher, and used night vision goggles. After graduation of MCT, I took a 13-hour bus ride to my long-awaited MOS school of intelligence in Pensacola, Florida, which is where I am now. It is pretty nice down here, and I have heard it gets a lot better towards spring and summer, so I'm pretty excited. All 4 branches are down here, so that has its own entertainment. The Air Force gets hazard pay because us Marines train on the bus. It is a lot more casual environment down here, and we have lots of fun. Our rooms are more like dorm style, which we have decked out with lots of entertainment to keep us busy. We get Liberty every day at 4 p.m. and Liberty on the weekends. We love going off base and just hanging out at the mall. Our chain of command is really cool, and they are great Marines. Right now I'm in a holding platoon where we are waiting to class up, which might not be till March, and then I will have 6 months of classes from there. Sometimes things get a little tense around here because we can get bored pretty easy if we don't find things to do. Overall, it's pretty good down here. I have to say the Marine Corps has definitely changed my perspective on life and given me many opportunities for the future. I can't wait to see what the Lord has in store for me later down the road. Although these holidays will be lots of fun and enjoyable, we can never forget about the real heroes in all the branches that are putting their lives on the line this very moment because of how much they love their families, friends, country, and God. A lot of them will not get to come home for Christmas or New Year's or even get a moment of silence to remember what day it is. Some families here at home may be dealing with the loss of a loved one that has given their life in preservation of all that they hold dear to them. It really tears me up inside when I hear of people disrespecting or not supporting our troops, and people don't have a clue as to what they are really doing. Our country decided it was going to war, and our military didn't ask questions. They just did as they were told and fought with every breath they had for America's freedom. One of the best lines to remember is that freedom is never free. Someone died defending that freedom in America, and we can never forget that. So during these holidays, I hope that they are filled with lots of love, giving, thanks, and prayer. Prayer for those still doing their job on the front lines. I just ask that any service member you see, no matter what branch, you tell them how much you appreciate what they are doing for our country. They are the only reason we have the freedoms we do today. I hope that everyone has a joyous holiday break, and I can't wait to see everyone again and be home for the holidays. I look forward to all the fun we are going to have and being able to share all of my experiences and stories with you. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. God bless you and have a great day, Nathaniel Roush.